Welcome, I'm Team Dextro, and it's time for This Week in Halo, March 26th, 2024 edition. As always, links to the topics discussed are in the description. This week in Halo Infinite, 1 week has passed since the release of Content Update 31. The new networking is getting mixed reviews across the board, with some praising the improved vehicle physics and the lack of desync from the new model, and others criticizing the jittering of enemies and shots not registering. 343 has yet to comment on any further updates to networking. Playing the update, I have experienced both sides of the networking coin. I have also really enjoyed the buffed Commando. It finally feels like it can go toe-to-toe with the Bandit Evo and Battle Rifle more consistently in Ranked. I also think that the Gravity Hammer is still a massive nuisance on the receiving end of spawn camping in Husky Raid, but its buff physics manipulation is very fun. Instant weapon dropping has returned with the new networking, something 343 has fixed in Infinite previously. Unishek on X spoke to the fact that the development team was aware that players want the map titles back on the loading screen, but couldn't give a definitive answer to as if or when this would be coming. In terms of playlist updates this week, Strongholds on Solitude has been removed from the Ranked Arena playlist, and the new BTB maps have been given the same weighting as the old maps in the BTB playlist. And if you're enjoying the weekly Halo updates, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like the video, and follow Team Dextro on social media. It goes a long way. The shop remains consistent with the last week's shop through the Cyber Showdown 3 operation, as shown on screen now. The weekly reward is the food bottle weapon charm, with the final challenge being to kill 3 enemy Spartans with a rocket launcher or skewer. I think the challenge is pretty easy, especially with Husky Raid and Fiesta, but the charm is plain strange. It would make more sense with the Yappening 2 operation starting next week, grunts and the food nipple and all of that, but for the final week of Cyber Showdown 3, it is quite weird. Speaking of which, don't forget that this is the final week to complete the Cyber Showdown 3 Operation Pass for free before it gets rotated out for the Yappening 2 operation next week on March 2nd. As always, you can complete the previous operations by purchasing them for 500 credits, which also gives the bonus premium items. Tune in next week for a deep dive into the Yappening 2 contents here on This Week in Halo. This week in the Master Chief Collection, you can still receive your Women's History Month nameplate for logging in through March of 2024. This week in HCS, the tickets for the Quadrant-hosted HCS London Major go on pre-sale tomorrow, March 27th. The general sale goes live on March 28th. The event takes place on May 31st through June 2nd. Strongholds on Solitude has also been removed from the HCS pool. A replacement may or may not be in by the time HCS London occurs, according to Tashi. This week in the TV show, the finale for Season 2 has aired. Big changes to the status quo of the show occurred as the characters finally made it to the Halo. Overall, Season 2 has been more well received than Season 1, but is still divisive. In my opinion, the show did not do enough to improve from Season 1 to make me, a core Halo fan, enjoy it. It still deviates too far from what I would have expected from the story and the characters. Though there is nothing wrong if you did enjoy it, art is subjective. A third season is implied by Kiki Wolfkill to be in the works. This week in merch, the Halo Flashpoint board game has officially gone up for pre-orders at haloflashpoint.com. There are 2 starter kits, Recon and Spartan. The former starter kit is the one that players can buy to test the game before committing to getting more items, while the Spartan edition includes twice as many Spartans, a set of elites, more terrain, and weapons. The first 1,000 pre-orders of the Spartan edition also include a bonus Master Chief miniature and his respective game cards. There are other items such as the deluxe terrain set, paint set plus Master Chief figure, player tokens, and more to sink your teeth into. The game was demoed over the weekend at several conventions. Players engage in a multiplayer simulation of the tried and true modes of Slayer, Oddball, and CTF. Players move their pieces within squares and attempt to complete the objective while eliminating each other, while taking advantage of cover, sightlines, height, and power weapons. Don't worry though, just like the multiplayer modes, your Spartans can respawn to help finish the fight. This week in Story and Lore, Bitterness of the Vanquished, a warrior servant forerunner who trained the Didact, the one from Halo 4, got a spotlight in the cannon fodder on Halo Waypoint this week. Images of her were revealed, which were confirmed by Haruspis to be reused Halo 4 concept art on the Halopedia Discord. Today, Halo Battleborn has been re-released with all new bonus content in paperback, ebook, and audiobook forms. Its sequel, Halo Meridian Divide, will also be re-released next month on April 30th, 2024. This week in the community, the entirety of the mission The Pillar of Autumn from Halo Combat Evolved has been remade by HM Killer 05, Nikos, and the XX Barth XX in Halo Infinite's Forge. All 4 levels of difficulty are available and can be played in co-op with friends. Jump in and check it out. That's all for this edition of This Week in Halo. I'm Team Dextro, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow on all social media to keep up with Halo news.